Hello, everyone. I hope that you are fine. Today, this is the second session for us. I'm going to continue talking about the dangers of electricity. First of all, the dangers of electricity, we have to know that electricity is safe, as if you have or you handle using electricity. But if it's out of your control, of course, it's going to be very dangerous, okay? So you have to handle this and you have to deal with electricity and to be care, okay? We have types of injuries resulting from the improper usage of electricity. If I misuse electricity, I'm going to, of course, I'm going to put myself in a critical situation. First type of injuries is the direct. Direct happens directly, okay? Like fires resulting from electricity, burns, and electric shocks, okay? Then the second type, which is indirect, it happens because of electricity, but it's not from electricity directly. Like falling from a ladder, if I have لا قدر الله electric shock, so if I fall and I break my arm or my leg, so this is called indirect injury. Fires resulting from electricity, I have many reasons actually to have something like this. The reasons that if I have furniture or curtains, rugs and clothes near to the fire or near to the electricity, okay, and the fire happens and then fire increases because of these materials, so it can cause the fire or electric fire. Also, if I have electric loads, if I have the same source of electricity and I have many sockets in this, so I will have لا قدر الله electric fire. And leaving current connection after using a machine leads to fires. If I leave the machine or the plug in the socket and I leave it for a long time, it can cause fire, electric fire. So now we have to know what's the difference between electricity, the fire which is caused by electricity and the regular fire. Actually, the regular fire, I can use water to put it off. But if I have electric fire, so I have to deal with it with another way. Why? Because water, it's used for which is used for putting off fire, it's not proper here. It cannot be used here because water is a good conductor of electricity. We cannot use it because it will increase fire and it will harm the rescuers. Okay, then electric shock. Electric shock depends on two factors. If I have those two factors, it causes the electric shock, and the electric shock will be more or less according to these factors. The first one, the strength of electric current, how much electric current passes, and duration of passing through the human body. Of course, if a human body is exposed to a large amount of electricity or electric current for a long time, of course, it causes death. And also the strength of electric current, of course, if I have a battery and the battery produces electric current, but it's not more or it's not a big amount of electricity or electric current, so also it's not going to have an electric shock. Otherwise, if I'm exposed to the electricity which is coming from the electric source, like the sockets in my room or whatever, so also it's going to cause electric shock. Okay, why does it happen? If we find out, or if we examine the human's body, we are going to find that more than 70% of human body made of water. And we have, as we know, that water is a good conductor of electricity. So, طبعا, you can imagine what will happen if I have something like this. Now, we are going to know that what happens if the body is exposed to electric shock. Of course, it's going to be a part of electric shock, as you see here in this picture, okay? And the electricity is going to enter the body and it will have another exit, or it will have another path of the electricity or electric current, so the human's body is going to be a part of the electric circuit. Now, the reasons that can cause the electric shock: if a part of the body is a part of the electric circuit and the electric current passes through the body, and the body is connected or is on the ground, as we see in this picture. This is one reason. Another reason, that if the body is touching the electric wire and the current is passing to, and it's connected to a good conductor of electricity like water, like this picture, okay? Or if somebody is touching two wires, and he's going to be a part of the electric circuit. So here I have a reason that if somebody is on the ground, okay, or somebody is on the ground and is touching a good conductor of electricity like water, and if somebody is touching two wires, and all of them, or in all cases, we are going to have an electric shock, okay? Now, I'm going to go to another part, which is about the electric burns. First of all, if I want to know about the electric burns, the burn, whatever the reason is, means it's a result of damage, or a result in damage of body tissues. As we see here, if I have a tissue is burned, that means it's damaged, okay? I have here many reasons that can cause the electric burns. The first one is to touch a part of the body directly connected to the electric source, which results in burns due to an electric shock. If somebody is having an electric shock and is touching this source of electricity, or is touching a spark, as you see in the spark of electricity too, or if I use something like produces heat, like electric iron or electric heater, also it can cause electric burn. So we have here electric burn, we can have here electric burn and electric burn. Then, what are the first aids if somebody is exposed to something like this? The first one is the injured person must be disconnected from the electric current. How? By somebody is going to use something, a bad conductor of electricity insulator, and try to get him away from the electric source. Insulating the injured person immediately from the electric current source by an insulator and a piece of wood or plastic. Of course, we have to call the physician through the location to fix or to deal with this. And if somebody is breathing and he has a tight or has tight clothes, he has to we have to facilitate his breathing. And if it's needed, we can make heartbeats for the injured by pressing on his chest, palm on by our hands. And the injured person, we have to put him in the ambulance, and he has to go to the hospital to take the medication and the cure. Now, what are the precautions if I deal with electricity? First of all, I have to stay away from the socket while operating the machines, okay? And to avoid touching machines connecting with electricity with wet hands or wet body, okay? After taking a shower or something like that. To avoid playing with electric connections, and not try to fix any machine while it's having electric current. And of course, if I have a wire and the wire is away or it's not isolated, it's not insulated, it has to be we have to be away from these wires, and we have to not to insert anything in the socket, okay, and we have to close it. I think that's everything. I hope that you enjoyed the lesson. Thanks for watching. Inshallah, meet you again. Bye-bye.